Welcome to Real Life Investing Today. This is Al getting in contact with you guys about our Quant. Guys, I'm really, you know what? I'm going to say it like this. I don't mind if it drops a little bit further. So, a lot of people can get an average in, real good. Um, what can I say? But whatever we say on the channel is not financial advice. However, if you like what you see today, we're just going to ask that you like and subscribe. Um, Man, I'm telling you, the good part about the quant, we absolutely know that we have all the fundamentals. We already partnered with all the great people. Everything that we need is right here. We're also at max supply of right now about 12 million, if you really think about it. Scarcity is there. The partners are there, like Oracle, et cetera. Also, you got the European uh, banks as far as like the euro itself is going to be tied to Quant. The digital pound in the UK is tied to Quant. A lot of other things are tied to Quant. Quant also has its 2.5 layer that no one else has. There's so many things that Quant has going for itself that are positive. We don't need to break them down in this video because we've done it before again and again. Therefore, the thing is, when we see the price action like this, the opportunity is hoping it goes below $100. Just saying, but we know Quant's going to be back up and it's going to be beyond. The thing is that while we're here, we have the opportunity to say, okay, am I going to be able to take advantage of the price drop? Now, we're looking for the price maybe to drop even a little bit further, but let me show you real quick. I might as well get that out of the way. I wasn't planning on going here, but I'm going to go there now. This is like the 1 month chart right here for Quant. Notice right here, you got like a double top. And so it's kind of going down this way. It may drop a little bit further, and that is good for those of us who want to get in and maybe DCA some more, or maybe you've never, suggest considered Quant before, and you're looking at a good entry level. This would be a decent entry level. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the bottom line is that we're going to see a little bit of down action, probably. You can never predict with the charts or whatnot, but like I said, pretty much we see a double top here and a little bit of pressure to the downside. I'm not mad about it because of the fact that, like I said, we got all the fundamentals. Um, we can go back through several, articles, videos, etc. You can see, we're not even going to worry about that. But yeah, let's just go ahead and move a little bit and talk some more about Quant. It's down, about 7%, almost 8% on the day. The 7 day, it is down just a tad bit. The 1 month, it is up, by about 5%. The 1 year, it is up 63%. So wherever Quant was, it's a lot higher than what it was before. And a lot of you guys that have been in Quant for a while and know about Quant already realize that, hey, it's over 100. So it's still kind of maybe like at a level that you haven't been seeing as of late, but still Quant's over 100. It is what it is right now. And like I said, it wouldn't hurt for it to drop some more because of the fact that we know it's so fundamentally sound. Anytime you got something that you already know is going to be great and already is scarce, already is used, you have a scarcity and you have a demand, not a demand by just one nation, but a demand by many nations for this particular crypto. Guys, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of timing. I think one of the things that we got to understand, because of the fact that there was not a rate cut in the markets, that does cause some of the price action to go down. I'm not upset because of the fact that I didn't think it was time for one anyways, but that's not here, there, or there. But like I said before to some of you guys, I got a feeling we're going to see some price changes in September. I think that they're will probably be a rate cut about that time. I don't think it's going to be much. I think it might be a quarter of a percent. But at the same time, I was not expecting a rate cut in the summer anyway. I'm not going to lie to you. But let's just keep it moving a little bit and talk some more. Take a look at the rest of the market also. If you notice right here, Bitcoin is down to like 114. Another thing, whenever you see these prices down like this, and you know that we haven't really got to the full, bull market on anything, this is a great opportunity to jump into some of these that have been down for a little bit. I always mention Cardano, and the fact that it's so far below $1 right now. We know that Cardano is going to, I know it's a lot of people are like, Cardano, yeah. Hey, it might not be the most exciting one in the world, but at the same time, it's consistent. And you're going to make a profit. You know what I mean? So I would keep like a large bag of that, in my opinion, not financial advice, right? Where else am I going to go? Crypto.com, the Chronos. Remember when Chronos was like 8 cents, and I was like, hey, 8.5 cents, Chronos, 8.5 cents, eight and a, like, but now it's at 13. Even though the market's gone down for some crypto, it hasn't gone down for everything. And even as we're talking about Quant as well, even though Quant has gone down today, it's still not below 100. So what I'm saying is like we got to understand that you got to get it while you can, and whatever prices you can get that price action while you still can. Now, right here, Bitcoin dominance is going to be at 61.2%. Ethereum is going to be at 11.7%. Just to give us a swing back to Bitcoin. One of the things we know for sure, Bitcoin is definitely going to like a store of value, right? It is a bedrock, and it is going to be our consistency. So that's not going to be a bad thing. Now let's go ahead to a little bit of news about Quant. So what's next for Quant? Down 10% in a week. So just a little bit of a heads up on this. Despite starting much strong, going, let's see, to over 134, this 30% pump happened after introducing Quant Fusion, which is the first ever 2.5 layer. Let's see where we at. Yeah, let's go ahead to this. Looks like another announcement though. This sounds pretty good. Quant has been chosen by Swift to join this year's Sibos 2025 as discovered exhibitors. So I think they're going to be doing some how can I say, presentations. Seems Swift chose these tokens, which are all DLTs, were chosen specifically for the event, signifying key institutional interest in these ecosystems. So absolutely, we know that Quant is still in great demand, guys. And we talked about that as well. Yeah, and here we go. See, another example of that double top I was showing you. So we'll see what's up with this, and not a big issue. Main thing is things are, how can I say, headed in the right direction. Let's see. Fresh take on scaling for Quant here is the 2.5 layer approach necessary. So it says Fusion connects multiple blockchains at once, not just one. Of course, it's necessary because of the fact that right here, as you see, it's no more bridges or wrap tokens, native and smooth. Institutions pick their validators, keeping things safe and compliant. Let me just keep it moving a little bit on this one. Get to the top. Now, really, to be honest with you, as you can tell, Quant is still in demand. People are still asking them to do presentations to show them how the blockchain works because of the fact that the blockchain is so effective. You're not being picked out to do presentations. You're not being picked out to show your plan because people aren't interested in it. So, like I said, Quant has already got so many people that are locked into their system. So it's just a matter of time. I'm not worried about Quant at all. It's just like I said before, we just gotta be patient. Once there's liquidity in the markets, these things are going to be going up like crazy. But right now, when you're in the heat of the summer, quote, dog days, of summer, you're going to have some tough times. And nothing wrong with that. People have really gone away from the markets. I mean, a lot of people are on vacation, not even worried about things right now. If anything, they sold some of their bags so they could like be on a boat somewhere, just relaxing. So once the fall starts back up again, people are going to be back on their grind. You know how it is. After Labor Day, we'll probably see some things going on. Listen, I'm not saying that things aren't going to go a certain way, but it is what it is, man. All right, let's see. Tron Weekly. This is going to be an article here, and then in this one, they're asking, will it break out to what 272? That's a lot, but hey, it wouldn't hurt my feelings in 2025. So definitely, I'm not going to go through this one in detail. I want to make this video a little bit shorter, um, but just a little bit of a heads up on what's going on. We got some predictions here, and I want to try to roll through this as quickly as I can. Says Quant 2025 performance prediction models are still very bullish. Digital coin price predicts that Quant could go past its previous all-time high, potentially settling between 254 and 272 at year end. The platform's prediction base its upbeat forecast on rising investor sentiment, et cetera. Now, I'm just going to say this. When you're in times like these, you have to have the mentality that you're going to stand strong, because of the fact that a lot of people, they can only think temporarily. As an investor, you got to think long term. And when you see these opportunities take place, you got to take advantage of them. Quant is down. I don't know if it's going to be down any more than it is now, as far as a lot further down. So if you could DCA at certain prices, you got to take advantage of it. You can't have analysis through paralysis through analysis. What I can't remember that thing, but you got to be careful about that. Let's keep it moving a little bit. Now, this is going to be the X Twitter site for Quant right here, talking about the 2.5 layer. But let's go ahead and read this little bit of information. We heard about it a little bit, but let's see it some more. It says we're delighted to be a part of Sibos 2025, taking place on the 29th of September to the 2nd of October. Quant team will be on hand to discuss how Europe's banks and payment firms can harness our hashtag programmable settlement infrastructure to seamlessly make the shift from traditional rails to tokens, money markets, and digital assets. So they're going to be at stand 13, or book a meeting with the team. So that's another thing. At least you can get in contact with the team. If you're really interested in the blockchain, you can get involved, etc. So this is going to be in Frankfurt, Germany. It's going to be nice, man. I'm just very happy that you're seeing a lot of growth with the network, and notice that they're not necessarily, even in this particular case, they're not just doing something on their own. People are asking them to come. So automatically, when people are asking you to come and your services are in demand, guys, what can you say? Awesome stuff. Website is kind of, you know, I like Quant overall, but I just feel like um, I like their website, but I feel like they could put a little bit more on here. They talk about, their overall information, but I noticed something about their website. They're not wanting to tell you too much. They want you to book a meeting. I think the thing is that this is a kind of a different scenario. They're giving you information on the website a little bit, but in order for you to get the information that you really need, or if you're into blockchain, or a customer, especially a customer. I think this is more in tune towards the customers. I think that what they're doing is they're trying to draw you in so they can give you the gist of the information to meet with them. This is more of a site that makes you interact with Quant because of the fact that they're not going to interact with you on the website. You got to actually meet them in person. So this is pretty interesting. I finally figured out why that they're not putting a whole bunch of stuff on the website, because the website is geared toward their customers. And they're like, hey, we want to see you face to face. And that's a pretty interesting concept. I kind of like that, actually. Now, overall, I think we got everything that we want to talk about with Quant. But guys, I'm going to say this, this is a little bit shorter video than a lot of times, but yeah. And remember, I was saying it looked like it was going to be going down to the downside a little bit more because of the double top. And as I was predicting, it's going down a little bit further. So that's cool, no problem. But you can monitor that. Might want to try to set some kind of limit order at a price that you might think is going to fall to. But just a little bit of a heads up on that, guys. These prices are temporary. Not financial advice. So if you want to get in while you can, or get in where you fit in. This is Al, Real Life Investing. Take advantage of these opportunities while you can, my guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.